Alright, hello everyone out there in Scooner land. My name's Harry James Taylor, and we will now break down the football game that everybody's looking forward to in the preseason for this season for the Oklahoma Sooners. Because on September 21st of 2013, the University of Oklahoma traveled to South Bend, Indiana, just outside of Chicago, Illinois, where the Notre Dame Fighting Irish will host the Oklahoma Sooners in the final of a home-and-home set with Notre Dame. The coach of the Fighting Irish, Brian Kelly. Coach K took the record of 12-1 into the national championship game last year, where they lost to Alabama 42-14 in the game. As far as conference, well, since Notre Dame's independent, they technically don't have a conference record. So there's that for you. All right, as far as players that will be missed from this club next year, Theo Reddick, he didn't travel to Norman, but he had quite a year last year anyway. He had 190 yards, carries I should say, 917 yards, 5 touchdowns, 55 was his longest of his career last year. On the other side was a guy that, well, he went all the way to the National Heisman Trophy presentation in New York. Matt Te'au finished the season as a linebacker for the Irish with 113 tackles, including 7 picks, 0 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery for a touchdown. Or for 1 fumble recovery. Last year, they averaged 25.8 points per ball game in South Bend, Indiana, and company. Our record with the Golden Domers, not all that great in Oklahoma history. 10 times, 1-9, 0-4 in conference in the Oklahoma has never been an independent, and Notre Dame has almost always been an independent. So they've never met in conference. As far as players that are coming back, there's quite a few of them, including Everett Golston. Golston finished with 2,405 yards last year, 12 touches, 50 was his longest pass of the year. That happened at Owen Field. Ooh, not a good record that you want to have. As far as replacing Theo Reddick on the running back side, that's going to be George Atkins III. George Atkins III. He finished with 51 attempts, 361 yards, rushing, 5 touches, including a 10-yard long run. Helping Golston get some receptions coming in, wide receiver-wise, that includes T.J. Jones. He had 50 attempts last year, 649 yards, 4 touchdowns, 34 was his longest play. Helping him out also was Everett Golston. Golston had 50 catches, 658 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 38 long last year. Devarius Daniels is also in there. He had 31 attempts, 490 yards, 0 touches last year. 45 was his long of a reception. Defensively, Keavre Russell is returning starter on defense for Notre Dame. He had 58 total tackles last year, 2 picks, 0 forced fumbles, and 0 fumble recoveries. Also is Lewis Nix returning. He had 50 total tackles last year, 0 picks, 1 forced fumble, I should say, and 0 fumble recoveries for Notre Dame. This has been a breakdown of the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame and the University of Oklahoma. Next up will be Texas Christian University. You can catch the pregame only right here, Boomer Sooner 1982. Stay tuned.